And welcome to another video and a new addition to the game, the gems. Now, some of you might have noticed if you go to any of your heroes, preferably Awakened to Immortal, you'll be able to see a completely different section, pretty much. We're gonna call it that. Now, the gems is a new addition that can add power to your heroes, and different factions have different backgrounds. For instance, this is the background for the Superman faction. If we go to the nature, they have a different background. Actually, very cool and beautiful animation. And likewise, the dark also has its own faction of background. Now, before we go into this part, pretty much if you go here and go to the gem illustration, you'll be able to see the different gems that we're talking about that are the new addition. They also follow a segmentation of different stars. You have from 1 star up until 5 stars. As you can see, the different gems pretty much give you HP, skill damage, critical resistance, effective hit, critical damage resistance, and so on and so on. As you can see, the gems, especially this new edition, are equipped separately to each and every single hero. So pretty much any additions of power or HP will only affect this hero that we are looking at. And they also have different levels of upgrades, pretty much, and you have to unlock them. So you would go one by one, and you have a total of 6. So you can equip 6, and then you can upgrade them. If you're talking about the level of upgrade, if you can embed 1, you'll get them. You'll be able to see that the level itself goes up until 91, at least for the first gem equipped. Do they add a huge amount of power, HP, and abilities to the hero equipped? Yes, they do. They make a difference. The different types of gem are the Moonstone, the Ballas, the Kalalite, Cat's Eye, Onyx, Sapphire, Bloodstone, Topaz. I'm just going through them as fast as possible because the next part is very long and you want to stick to watch it of how you can actually get the gems and upgrade them. And still, this is the first part of actually talking about it and going about collecting them and upgrading them. You'll also notice that there is the gem merge. Now there is something called the master gem where you need to select one, and then you will select normalized gems to actually merge them together. So you'll find here that there is a specific type 2 that are called celestial gems, light and dark. They can be merged. Merging, of course, is equivalent to enhancing or advancing, where the gem will become more stronger. And there are different things that happen when you unlock and upgrade them. As you can see, there's an additions in different things. One of them is the solid shield, 10% less damage. The bloody battle, increase the critical rate by 8. Then you have the shield protector, etc. Too many additions, too many power-ups, too many boosts and things that will be added to the hero. And again, we're talking about the hero separately. Every addition does not affect the entire team. And for the gem illustration, you can see the different gems and their abilities and what they add to the hero by being equipped to him. So the total you can add here supposedly is 4, and 2 of them need to be celestial gems. Now if you're talking about celestial gems, gem illustration, celestial gems are the light and dark and a specific type or level. Of course, this information will need to be revised in this part, but for now we're just gonna go with it until the new event starts. Now, where can you actually obtain these gems or register in the event? If you go to your union section, you'll find the dimensional battle. The dimensional battle is the new addition that the game has now, and is still in registration stage. Now, each dimension battle lasts for 7 days, so it's a 7-day situation. Registration stage is from day 1 until 4 during the 7 days, and then the battling is from day 5 to 7, and after 7 the settlement happens, and day 8 you receive. Your player will deploy their teams, attack and capture fortresses in order to gain rewards. The settlement will be available at day 8, pretty much the rewards. There are 53 fortresses that are on the map, so you're gonna go in a direction that looks like a map from one stage to the other. And you have 4 types of fortresses. There are 12 C fortresses, 12 B, 8A, 1 S fortress, and there are 4 types of sanctuaries with 4 locations each. The reward settlement will be given. The merit and union ranking, pretty much your ranking in the daily tournament will affect your rewards. The ranking rewards for the current season will be issued during the settlement stage, which is on the 8th day. You can launch an attack against a fortress that is connected to a friendly fortress. You're talking about probably another player. Each attack will consume 1 attack charge. So you have a limited amount of attack charge where you can attack another fortress during that. To take over the fortress, you have to reduce it to 0. It's HP, I guess. When an attack is launched, the random defense team will be chosen as a target. Each attack team can have a maximum of win times 10 streak. After that, they will automatically return to base. So pretty much it is based on a number of things. Now if we're gonna go to the ranking or the rating info, if you're ranked silver in your union or pretty much the daily tournament overall, this is the individual rewards you will be getting for ranking positioning. Now you might see that there is 4, 6, 8 and 10. When opening the chest, right, sorry again. When opening the chest, you have 1 chance to obtain a random gem. So that 10 is equal to 10 random gem chests equal to 10 gems. So this is in pieces. This is one chest equal 1 gem directly. Right? So that's the lowest. Now we go to the silver. You get summoning scrolls and 15 randomized gems when opening the chests. Now, another thing you'll need to upgrade pretty much the gems, right? The stigmata enhancement stone, the 4 stigmata. You upgrade the 4 stigmata and you upgrade the gems by using it, which is pretty much kind of the same. Celestial body supposedly. Going into the diamond, you get the beautiful excellent faction scroll, which is making me extremely happy, and who's ranked the number 1 in this category of ranking, which is again the gold. So your union and your daily, you should be in the daily tournament ranked as gold, and then in that category of players, if you're ranking high enough, this is the highest, 20. So there's the union and then there's the individual ranking. Probably your union will also be included somehow. And then moving on to the next one, just extra more rewards. And then the top one will be the Dominator, which is my ranking. The number 1, 20, 5, 3000 relics cube, and 30 randomized gem chests. So different players will compete to have an upper stage ranking in each of these events. Now moving on, because there is a lot of info they added this time, more than any time in any event, and this is gonna be a continuous event. Now you look here, you can see the base, the sea fortress, 20/H, 20 points/H, and then it carries on until the solar sanctuary, lunar sanctuary, astral sanctuary, and void sanctuary. Now this is different stages. I guess you'll advance and try to take over by battling. Okay, that's the point, at least from what I can understand here. There is a schedule of when it starts, the registration phase, the battle stage, and of course after the battle stage on the 26th, the 27th will be the settlement day, and it should end at that time. Now, why I said there's a lot of information, if you go to the gameplay advice, there's the mode description. Here you can see the duration and explanation of how it goes in time, 7 days. Then there's the map rules. 53, the different types of fortresses available. And then there's the rating rules. The diamond group consists of 4 unions that engage with each other. Dominator 4, matchmaking will happen and you will battle against each other, etc., etc. The reward settlement pretty much is based on your daily ranking of being gold or silver or dominator, and at the 8th day starting. Attack and capture a fortress, 150 merits. Attack and defend the sanctuary guardian, 150. And so on in battling, defending, and taking over fortresses. Battle rules. Since we finished here, now the battle rules. Team rules. Each player can have up to 6 teams. Slots for teams are unlocked based on players' progress in hero growth. You use the attack charge to attack. An attack charge is renewed every single day. Each team has a certain number of reinforcement charges are consumed. The reinforcement charges consumed to move teams into fortresses that is contested. So you're gonna use the reinforcement charges to move your team, and you have a maximum of 6 teams. So 6. When all reinforcement charges have been consumed, you will no longer be able to move the team in a contestant fortresses. They're restored in the new day. You can edit your team lineup that have not been moved. So you have the heroes, you need to select the lineup, and then you can start. You cannot edit them after that. Each team has a fixed base moral. Teams will lose 1 moral for every battle they win as the defense team. When it is reduced, I have no idea what is the morale of a team. When it's reduced to 0, the team will automatically return to base. It's pretty much a limitation of how many times one team with its lineup can battle. And after that, they need to return to base and they cannot be used again for the next day. Now, moving on to the sanctuary buffs, you would expect that there's something to buff up. Depending on the sanctuary, the fortress you put your team in, they will get different buffs. Pretty much a buff to increase their abilities. Dimension treasure will appear on the battlefield at fixed points in time. You will get a notification and a countdown will begin. 2 random fortresses will be selected to receive the dimensional treasure. At the end of the countdown, the unions that occupy the selected fortress will receive the dimensional treasure reward. So pretty much it has a take over fortress and battle to protect the fortress from being taken from you. That's part of it. And then there is the fortress breakout quests. It will appear again at a fixed point in time. You must target the fortress, capture the fortress, keep the fortress and protect it from other players. And then the final one is the dimension jagurat, and I will explain it and show it. It's something really specific. Harvest points. After you capture a fortress, think of a fortress as like an icon. You click on it, you battle, you win, you take it, you need to protect it from being taken from you. That's pretty much the idea they're playing there. And you're gonna use your team maximum a couple of times in battling, and then they have to return to base, and then you can use up to 6 teams during the entire event. Every team will have their lineups. As soon as they engage with the fortress, you cannot change their lineup and the heroes in that lineup or that team. Right, moving on from this part, which really doesn't make sense unless we play it. The dimensional jagurat. Now, the dimensional jagurat is pretty much a hero that's at a specific point of strength, as you can see the starring, and it reminds you of the hub trials 100%, right? If you click on the info to get a little bit of the information, at the end of each season, so pretty much after the 7 days, each union can summon a dimensional jagurat. Defeat the dimensional jagurat to obtain rewards. Think of this as the lost boss after the event, right? You can select which one and then you would battle it, and if you win or cause a specific amount of sufficient damage, you will gain the rewards. So pretty much each union After the event, we'll have to select one of these lovely 6 heroes, battle the hero, and if they cause a sufficient amount of damage, you see the union points required. Pretty much opening it, you will consume the union points that you keep on collecting for opening the hub trials and different things in the game, including the Void Championship, etc. etc. The points will also be used, union points required, and you will unlock, I'm guessing that the leader of your union will unlock it. You can battle, you cause sufficient amount of damage, the entire union, just like hub trial. These will be the rewards given to the entire union members. And he can only be summoned once each season, the dimension jagurat. Now, that's pretty much it, and the only downside, he will remain active for 24 hours only after summoning, then leaves the battlefield. So pretty much on day 7 or day 7 ending and day 8, one of them can be summoned, and then you'll have 24 hours to battle, right? Insufficient union points. 00000 overall. After that, in 24 hours you need to battle, cause the required damage, and then he disappears after that. Of course, there's a record of progress just like every part of the game. The first initial part is the need to register, and pretty much everyone in the game that can see the dimensional battle, he will automatically be registered. He doesn't need to click on anything, but worth seeing. And this is season 1. So for some reason it's showing me at gold currently, which pretty much I haven't battled in it before and something new, so the ranking can be weird, and there will be separate ranking inside the dimensional battling itself. Has it started yet? No, we're currently in the registration phase. If you go to the gameplay advice and the schedule, the registration phase starts from the 21 of August until the 23rd. It's worth you registering now, and the battle phase 24 to 26. That's a total of 6 days. 7th day is the ending, and then the settlement starts, and then the 8th should be everything finished and done. Oh, it's from 20 until 23. Okay. So 26 should be the last day, and then the settlement on 27. And the jagurat should be summoned between the 26 and the 27. He will remain for 24 hours available, right? And then that would be it for the first season. Of course, you can look at the gameplay advice so you can read it and understand. The scheduling will show you the timing and how it will go stage by stage. The fortress illustration, you pretty much cannot click on it, but it shows you each and every different types of the fortresses available. And I'm guessing that 60H is the 60 HP, that's the health of the sanctuary itself. So you're gonna need to cause damage somehow to it, and probably by battling heroes or a team in it. Matchmaking is the current step we are in, and we're waiting until it starts. Alright, that was the coverage of the new edition. And one thing I would say, aside from the relics and how much power it can add, the icon to enter directly into the gym is here. And you can look at the info, and it has different levels. You can see your hero's portrait here and the overall power next to his image or portrait directly. And this is hero by hero separately. And as you can see, different factions have different power-ups and different abilities based on being unlocked and upgraded. So here you can see the first one is unlocked at level 3. The second one, sorry, it's unlocked at level 3. The next one, level 6, level 10. And this is referring to the gym positioned here. This one being upgraded or enhanced or something. And then level 20. And then finally, the last one, 15. So you have 3 and then 6, 10, 15, and then finally 20. Upgrading them and obtaining 6 3-star gem to unlock, 6 5-star gem to unlock, 6 gems of 6 stars will unlock it. So these are the conditions to unlock them. Pretty much the gym and its star level will unlock the different slots, I guess. And you can equip the gym by embed it or remove it, right? And you'll gain power up, and you can see the number here. As you can see, it should look like this, and you equip different gyms in this frame or table. You can also use them to merge. By merging, you actually increase their level and awakened or advancement. So you have the master gym here, positioned, and then you need to select other gyms, and there is a possibility of failure and success, just like upgrading any armor in the game. And the gym will be enhanced and grow in its star level, I guess. So pretty much you will have 1 star or something, and you're gonna use other gyms to awaken it or advance it or enhance it. And then at some point you reach the upper level, 5 or 6 stars, and it will give, as you can see, the attributes of being equipped to the hero only. Merging and quick adding is available, and of course unlocking the slots is also available. Clicking here will show you that at different stages of upgrading you will get an additional bonus: HP plus 5, attack plus 5, HP plus 5 at 90, attack plus 5 at 110, 120, and 150 gives you damage immunity plus 6%. All of that can be added separately to every single hero in the game. Has nothing to do with all the heroes gaining it. It's separate hero by hero, just exactly the same way the relics work. It does not affect other heroes, it only affects one hero. Alright, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you like it, please leave a like and a comment and subscribe. Definitely I will see you to continue part 2 after the registration stage has finished, and we can cover the battling stage, and then finally the settlement and summoning the dimensional jagurat. Alright, this was your host, Epic Game and Doggy. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day ahead.